Everybody, and a very good evening to you all. My name is Prabjeet Singh, and I'd like to introduce you all to our today's webinar on in the Campus to Career series. And before that, I'd like to tell you about abpeducation.com. Basically, abpeducation.com is a portal that deals in news with regard to higher education around the world. And basically that everything that goes into the world of higher education is covered by us, be it exams, syllabus, results, educators, students, and even universities abroad are covered by us. And we are powered by the Telegraph Online and Anand Bazar Patrika. And now coming down to our Campus to Career series, this series started on August 12th. And this started with the Bengal Education Leaders Summit with the State Education Minister, Mr. Partho Chatterjee, attending it. And today's subject is West Bengal Joint Entrance Exams, E-Counselling. And with that, I would like to introduce to you all our elite panel. First on the panel is Mr. Dr. Dibyendu Kar, Registrar, West Bengal Joint Entrance Examination Board. Welcome, Mr. Kar. Next on the panel is Professor Dr. Amitava Gupta, Director, School of Nuclear Studies and Applications. Next is Mr. Amlan Chakrabarti, Director, School of Information Technology, University of Calcutta. Next on our panel is Ms. Shoma Chatterjee Ghosh, Professor of Computer Science, Admission Coordinator, Sister Nivedita University and Techno India Group.
Good evening.
And Mr. Sandeep Kumar Banerjee, Education Counseling Specialist and Group President, ECNC, Adamus University. Now, introducing our moderator. Our moderator is Mr. Bidyut Majumdar, GM, Business Development, JIS Group. With this introduction, I hand over the session to Mr. Majumdar. Have a great one.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you to everybody. আমরা একটা খুব গুরুত্বপূর্ণ বিষয় নিয়ে আজকে আলোচনা করছি এবং এখানে আমাদের যারা বক্তা আছেন তারা প্রত্যেকেই যথেষ্ট দায়িত্বের জায়গায় রয়েছেন এবং সমস্ত ওয়েস্ট বেঙ্গলের ছাত্রছাত্রীরা যারা এখন আছে এটা আমরা জানি যে তারা প্রত্যেকেই এখন যারা ইঞ্জিনিয়ারিং পড়তে চান সায়েন্স পাস করে তারা এই কাউন্সেলিং নিয়ে ব্যস্তও আছেন এবং কালকের একটা পর্ব শেষ হয়েছে। এই পর্বটায় আমরা দেখেছি যে কতজন রেজিস্ট্রেশন করেছে না করেছে এবং এর পরেই শুরু হয়ে গেছে চয়েস লকিং পর্ব। তো আমাদের এখানে আজকে যারা আছেন তাদের প্রত্যেককেই আমরা চিনি এবং প্রত্যেকের সঙ্গে অনেকবার আমাদের ইন্টারাকশন হয়েছে। দিব্যেন্দু বাবুকে দিয়ে আমি শুরু করি। দিব্যেন্দু বাবু, আপনাকে দিয়েই আমি শুরু করি আজকে, কারণ আপনি এই ই-কাউন্সেলিংয়ের একটা বড় অংশ রেজিস্ট্রার হিসেবে দায়িত্ব পালন করছেন। ফলে আপনাকে আমি একটা কথা জিজ্ঞেস করি প্রথমে, যে এবারে যে ই-কাউন্সেলিং হলো আপনারা 2রা ফেব্রুয়ারি পরীক্ষা নিয়েছেন, মানে অনেক দিন আগে পরীক্ষা নিয়েছেন এবং প্রস্তুতিটাও অনেক দিনের ছিল। এটা প্যান্ডেমিক সিচুয়েশনের জন্য খানিকটা পিছিয়ে গেছে, দেরি হয়েছে আমাদের অতিমারী অবস্থার জন্য, কিন্তু আপনারা দ্রুততার সঙ্গে যাতে কাজ শেষ করা যায় কয়েক রাউন্ড আলোচনা করেছেন এবং সেই আলোচনা আপনারা ইঞ্জিনিয়ারিং কলেজগুলোকেও জড়িয়ে নিয়েছেন, এটা আমরা জানি। এবার তার কাউন্সেলিং শুরুও হয়ে গেছে, ই কাউন্সেলিং যেটাকে বলা হয় অনলাইন কাউন্সেলিং, একটু দেরিতে হলেও কাউন্সেলিং শুরু হয়ে গেছে এবং সেই কাউন্সেলিংয়ের প্রথম পর্ব শেষ হয়েছে কালকে। আমার আপনার কাছে প্রশ্ন, যে এইবারের হাওয়া বা এইবার যেরকম আমরা দেখছি সেটা কীরকম লাগছে আপনার, মানে তাতে গতবারের থেকে এবারে সিচুয়েশন, কারণ প্রত্যেকবারই আমরা তো ভাবি যে ইঞ্জিনিয়ারিংয়ে আরও কিছু বেশি ছেলেকে যদি যুক্ত করা যায় এবং জয়েন্ট এন্ট্রান্স বোর্ড সেটার জন্য উদ্যোগও নেয়। এবারেও আপনারা অনেক বিজ্ঞাপন দিয়েছেন, আপনার কি মনে হলো প্রথম রাউন্ডের পর অবস্থাটা কীরকম? হ্যালো দিব্যেন্দুদা, দিব্যেন্দুদা শুনতে পাচ্ছেন? আপনি আনমিউট করুন দিব্যেন্দুদা, আনমিউট করতে হবে।
সরি
হ্যাঁ বলুন।
আচ্ছা, প্রথমেই আমি ওয়েস্ট বেঙ্গল জয়েন্ট এন্ট্রান্স এক্সামিনেশন বোর্ডের তরফ থেকে যে সমস্ত ছাত্রছাত্রী এবার জয়েন্টে সফল হয়েছে তাদের আন্তরিক অভিনন্দন এবং শুভেচ্ছা জানাই। তো তাদের অনেকেই, মানে বেশিরভাগ ছাত্রছাত্রী আমাদের এই কাউন্সিলিং প্রক্রিয়ায় সামিল হয়েছে এবং বিদ্যুৎবাবু যে প্রশ্নটা করেছে তাতে সাড়া কিরকম এসেছে। আমরা আশাতীত সাড়া পেয়েছি, এই কারণেই বলছি মানে ভালো, এটা আপেক্ষিক ব্যাপার। যদি আমরা গতবারের তুলনায় ধরে থাকি যে গতবারে যত ক্যান্ডিডেট ছিল ক্যান্ডিডেট আমরা র্যাঙ্ক বার করেছি না, এবং তার রেসপেক্টে যত ক্যান্ডিডেট রেজিস্ট্রেশন করেছিল, সেই দিক থেকে দেখতে গেলে এবছরে মূলত একটু পার্থক্য আছে যে আমরা এবার যে কাউন্সিলিংটা করছি মূলত WBJEE ক্যান্ডিডেটদের জন্য। আর একটা বেশ সংখ্যক ক্যান্ডিডেট যারা তারাও পার্টিসিপেট করে আমাদের কাউন্সিলিং। কিন্তু এবারে তো যেহেতু JEE মেন্স এর রেজাল্ট এখনো বার হয়নি, ছাত্রছাত্রীরা পরীক্ষায় বসবে ইত্যাদি, সেই জন্য জয়েন্ট এন্ট্রান্স বোর্ড যে সিদ্ধান্ত নিয়েছে যে যেহেতু আমরা রেজাল্ট বার করেছি অনেকদিন আগে, তো যারা জাস্ট WBJEE যারা র্যাঙ্ক হোল্ডার তাদের কাউন্সিলিংটা করছি, এবং JEE মেন্স এর জন্য 10% যে সিট সেটা আমরা রিজার্ভ আলাদাভাবে সরিয়ে রেখেছি। এবং তাতে যেটা দেখা যাচ্ছে যে গতবারের তুলনায়
একটু ইন্টারাপ্ট করছি, আমার এখানে একটা মেসেজ আসছে, বেশ কয়েকজন ছাত্রছাত্রী তারা বলছে বাংলায় বললে আমরা বুঝতে পারছি না, বিহার থেকে আমরা শুনছি।
আচ্ছা,
আমরা কি করব? তাহলে কি আমরা হিন্দি বাংলা মিশিয়ে বলি? তাহলে তো মুশকিল হবে আর কি, বুঝতে পারবে না।
হিন্দি ইটস বেটার টু ইংলিশ।
বেঙ্গলি।
আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে, আমি আই জাস্ট ট্রাই টু ইংলিশ বেঙ্গলি এন্ড হিন্দি। ওকে, so the response from the candidates part, it is better if we compare with last year's, because this year we just conducting the counseling exclusively for JEE rank holders, WBJEE rank holders. So if we compare with last year's, it is overwhelming response we have got from the candidates, but the counseling is not completed. That's why not express at this moment how much candidate, what numbers of candidate has participated, because there are 2 rounds of counseling. I mean WBJEE is left, so it is not possible, and another round for dedicated candidates of JEE mains. So after completion everything, we will declare what actually how far we have got the response from the candidates in the last year. Okay, সুতরাং গতবারের তুলনায় এবারে অনেকটাই ভালো সাড়া পাওয়া গেছে, যদি আমরা সবকিছু যদি এখনো এটা অর্ধেক রাস্তায় রয়েছি।
আমি যেটা শুনেছি দিব্যেন্দুদা, আমি যেটা শুনেছি সেটা হচ্ছে গিয়ে সব ছেলে করেনি, একটা বড় অংশের ছেলে নিশ্চয়ই from last year they have participated and they have done their registration. That is true, but some people, some students not yet are yet to be joined actually. So what is the planning for them, means from next round to onwards? Do you have any plan, specific plan for that?
This year we have,
because I want to just add that some people are waiting for their JEE main or like that examination, so they are confused. So they are thinking that after someday the announcing the date of the JEE main, so they can include their names in the E-Counselling. So what is the planning for them?
Yes, since the JEE mains is pending, the result is not out. I mean the examinations is just to be conducted very soon. So we have decided that a separate counseling for JEE main exclusive candidates. You know, in West Bengal, 116 institutions where there are universities, government-aided universities, engineering colleges, and self-financing colleges are there. So out of which all the self-financing colleges have earmarked 10% seats for JEE main candidates.
That we know.
It could not be done because result is pending. So Joint Entrance Board decided to conduct a separate and dedicated counseling for the JEE main rank holders. So it is not decided at this moment when the counseling will be conducted, because it is depends on the result when out by the JEE main. Okay, so there is no hesitation, no fear, no anything else. Nobody will be diverted to get any admissions who are very keenly interested to admit in join West Bengal.
Understood, Dibyenduda, and I'm moving to Amitabh Oda, then I will come back again to you. So Amitabh Oda, is actually all of we are anxious about the West Bengal engineering colleges and West Bengal education. Number of people are moving to outer state or outer country also. So we are anxious to get them back again in our state. And suddenly the maximum students are, this year we have came to know that they are not going to outside. So can you tell that what is your opinion regarding this part?
Well, first of all, you see, West Bengal fits into a larger collage of the Indian perspective. So let me just give you a picture of the Indian perspective, why they should study engineering, and then I migrate to West Bengal. I zoom in on West Bengal.
Okay. Okay.
So if you look at the present state of the Indian economy, you find that out of our total exports of 306 billion.
So would you please be louder? Actually, they're saying, all audience are saying. Yeah. Please carry on, please.
No,
Actually, some connectivity
Dr.
problem.
Gupta, we are not being able to hear you at all.
Okay. We will come back to Dr. Gupta. So I'm moving to Amlan sir. Hello, sir. How are you?
Yes, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Fine.
Good evening.
Okay. So actually, what we were discussing that this locking period has been started. So if locking period has been started, and if the students are not taking part in the locking part, so what what will be the result for them? Means will there any difficulties for them or not at all? They can go smoothly if they skip the locking part anyhow.
Yeah, this is a very important question.
And I'm asking for this reason because today in this year no auto lock is there. So auto lock system has been wiped out. So please tell me about this.
Yeah, so this is a very important question, and this is for all the students, those who have got the rank and they are appearing for the counseling. So from this year, we don't have the auto locking system. So which means that the candidates, while they have registered, they have already filled their choices, right? And now is the time for which they will be locking their choices. সবাই এখন চয়েসটা লক করবে। এটা আরম্ভ হয়েছে 25th of August থেকে। It will continue until 28th of August. So this is their last and final chance to submit their choice in the best possible way.
So that means in next round they don't have any scope for choice locking.
No. No, in the next round, obviously this is for the first allotment, for the first cycle. Yeah, for the second cycle, they will again get the chance to actually prepare the fresh choices. But as we are focusing on this first round now, and the candidates who have registered in the first round now, for those candidates, সেই ক্যান্ডিডেটরা কিন্তু সবাই তাদেরকে চয়েস লকিংটা 28th এর মধ্যে করতেই হবে। For locking, what they can do, Joint Entrance Board has actually taken an initiative to connect you with all the participating institutes to their website. Okay, Joint Entrance Board has given the detailed information, summary of information, and audio video links of all the participating institutes. They are fine to visit those institutes and to find that what are the institutes in which stream their interest. Accordingly, they should give the choice in the order. So ordering means that when you get an allotment, you will be based on your joint ranking and based on your marks, because there are certain criteria, certain institutes have certain.
So suppose I'm feeling that I'm locking the choice, and I'm taking upgradation for the second round.
Okay.
So can I change my preference?
Okay.
Is it possible?
Yeah. So this is a good question. So now the situation is like that. Okay, in the first allotment, you will get two options. One option is you will accept it. Another option is you will accept with upgradation, right? So now if we do accept with upgradation, which means that you have already given some choices and now you are allotted to one particular choice. So that means if you are okay with upgradation, then on the each cycle, right, your Joint Entrance Board will try to give you the better seat if possible. Okay, that means this will be there because some of the
এটা একটু বাংলা ছাত্রদের জন্য বলে দিন।
Okay, that's good. Okay, good. So যখন তোমরা চয়েস লকিং এর পরে যখন তোমরা অ্যালটমেন্ট পাবে, সেই অ্যালটমেন্টে তোমাদের কাছে তিনটে অপশন প্রথম অপশন হচ্ছে যে অ্যালটমেন্ট তুমি পেয়েছো সেই অ্যালটমেন্টকে তুমি অ্যাকসেপ্ট করো, সেটাকে আমরা বলি অ্যাকসেপ্ট অ্যান্ড ফ্রিজ। হ্যাঁ, এবং সেই অ্যালটমেন্ট তুমি অ্যাকসেপ্ট করলে তোমাকে একটা বুকিং ফিস দিতে হবে, সেই বুকিং ফিস দিয়ে তুমি পার্টিসিপেটিং ইনস্টিটিউটের সঙ্গে যোগাযোগ করে তুমি অ্যাডমিশন নাও, ইউ টেক ইউর অ্যাডমিশন। Second option is that you can go for accept with upgradation. Okay, তুমি accept করো, তোমার কারেন্ট অ্যালটমেন্ট accept করো, কিন্তু আপগ্রেডেশনের জন্য ইয়েস করো। So this means that you have been allotted to the particular seat, but in each consecutive cycles কিছু কিছু ক্যান্ডিডেট যারা অ্যালটমেন্ট পেয়েছে তারা হয়তো জয়েন করবে না। Some of the candidates who have got the allotment, they might not join, right, due to some reason. সুতরাং সেই যে সিটগুলো ফাঁকা থাকছে, the seats which are vacant, on those seats, okay, which are within their choices, they can get an upgradation. আর থার্ডটা হচ্ছে আমি যে অ্যালটমেন্টটা
here I have a question that suppose this is the first time you have introduced
inter-cycle allotment.
So what it is actually?
So inter-cycle allotment is, first the allotment will be there on 31st. So 31st the students will get allotment, right? So within a period they have to accept the allotment, or they have to accept the allotment with upgradation, right? So they have to তাদেরকে একটা ফি পে করতে হবে, accept এবং accept with allotment, accept with upgradation, এর জন্য তাদের একটা ফি পে করতে হবে। সেই ফি পে করে সে সিটটা বুক করলো। এবার সাপোজ এই ফিটা যাদের অ্যালটমেন্ট দেওয়া হয়েছে, those who have got the allotment but didn't pay the fees to the joint entrance board, so the seat is not booked. সেই যে সিটগুলো ফাঁকা থাকছে, সেই সিটগুলো যারা আপগ্রেডেশন চেয়েছে, those who have accepted the upgradation, they will get the opportunity to go up in the ladder.
একটা মনে রাখতে হবে আপনার কাছে, আমি আবার ফিরে আসছি।
রাইট,
অমিতাভ স্যার কি এখন অডিবল হচ্ছেন?
Can you hear me?
হ্যাঁ, yes. তাহলে আমরা যেটা আলোচনা করছিলাম যে এই ওয়েস্ট বেঙ্গল থেকে ছেলেরা বাইরে যাবে না এবং এখানে তার একটা জায়গা আছে, এটা অনেকে কনফিউজড। এটা একটু যদি আপনি যাদবপুরে আছেন, so you can
No, but এটা একটু let me just explain why this is the case. Well, the reason is, you see, I'll study engineering because of two reasons. First of all, I have a good background. I know I mean the infrastructure that includes both the human and the physical infrastructure are good enough for my studies. The second thing is I have adequate employment opportunities. Now, if you look at the as I said, the Indian industry as a whole, and if you look at the total out of the total exports of something like $306 billion in 2020, about 25% is engineering goods, which is around $75 billion, and this is supposed to increase. And in addition to that, the R&D industry is also supposed to increase from about $22 billion to about $44 billion in 2022. And this requires a huge technical pool. Now, the industry which is going to make the most of this industrial boom, and with that, the infrastructure requirements across South Asia, is iron and steel. And if you look at the iron and steel sector alone, you'll find that most of the steel plants, or the capacity enhancements, etc., are occurring particularly in 4 or 5 states in the eastern region. And this includes West Bengal, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, Bihar, and to a little extent, Orissa and Telangana. So which means the catchment is Eastern India. And so far the catchment of Eastern India is concerned, so people normally tend to, recruit from local people. I mean, until and unless, in most cases, so that they have a lesser turnaround time. I mean, bigger turnaround time.
So that means you are saying that the infrastructure is okay in terms of job, in terms of placement, in terms of career in West Bengal also.
I just want to ask a question. To answer your question, I want to ask you a question. How many of you have seen an engineer, sitting at home doing nothing for more than 2 years?
Absolutely right. Because all engineers are being placed anywhere, actually, somewhere.
Anywhere. because the industry, and moreover, you must remember that in the Indian perspective, the Indian service sector, the service sector is the biggest contributor to the economy, 53%, and followed by the industry, which is around 26, 27%. And both of them require technical manpower to a large extent, and both are growing. So as a result, even though we produce 1.5 million engineers every year, you may
So
not
this
get
is
immediately a job.
this is really good news for the engineering students, aspirants of West Bengal. And I am moving again to Dibendra. Dibendra, there is a question that suppose the we are filling the choice, we are locking the choice, and we are going to VRC, and we are depositing the money, and then we need to report to the college. Now, when the process of the admission will be finished, that is not clearly mentioned to the students. So can you enlighten us in this regard?
Before accepting any choice or any stream, the candidate has to deposit an acceptance fee. The candidates need not to go or reach the participating institute where he allotted. It is through online process. I mean debit card, credit card, or the on-banking system. They have to deposit 50,000 in case of 40,000 in case of self-financing colleges, and 5,000 in case of government colleges and TFW candidates, right? So after depositing acceptance fees, the candidate, if ready to accept, he will get an allotment, and after getting allotment, the allotment letter, it will be mentioned that it will be mentioned that the candidate is required to communicate with the respective college where he has allotted. So how is it possible? Because in our website, the administrative officers or administrative staff of a particular institution has been available in our website. So the candidate is said after getting allotment, they must have to communicate with the respective departments, I mean administrative department or admission department. They will guide you sufficiently on what actually the documents, what fees, etc. is required. They will guide you. So the time, আপনি যে কথাটা বলছেন যে এখানে কোনো স্পেসিফিক টাইম দেয়া নাই যে অ্যাডমিশনটা কখন হবে বা ছেলেরা কি
ওরা কলেজে গিয়ে রিপোর্ট শেষ করবে আর কি।
হ্যাঁ, এক্স্যাক্টলি। এই যে ডিউ টু প্যান্ডামিক সিচুয়েশনস, we are not pressing the candidates to go the college in a particular time like last year. This year the college has given the autonomy or power, whatever they think, they just communicate with the students and just put a notice to their website, because their website is also available with our West Bengal Joint Entrance Board website.
Yeah, it is tagged.
Okay. So সুতরাং তারা জয়েন্ট এন্ট্রান্স বোর্ডের ওয়েবসাইট থেকেও বিস্তারিত কলেজ সম্বন্ধে জানতে পারবে এবং তাদের যে কিভাবে কমিউনিকেট করতে হবে সেটাও জানা যাবে। এছাড়াও কলেজ থেকেও কলেজও দেখতে পাবে, দ্য কলেজ উইল অলসো নোটিস যে হুইচ ক্যান্ডিডেট হ্যাজ বিন অ্যালটেড ইন দ্য ফার্স্ট রাউন্ড or second round, and their communication phone number will also be available with them. They if they feel they can also communicate with the students. So I think it will not be a
problem. It will be cover up.
হ্যাঁ, এটা কভার আপ হবে এবং এটা স্টুডেন্ট এবং রেসপেক্টিভ কলেজের একটা মিউচুয়াল এগ্রিমেন্ট, সেটা স্টুডেন্টদের সুবিধা এবং কলেজের
So
সুবিধা।
I think it has been already communicated to the colleges also, because you are interacting with the college nodal officer also. So they should come to know that what is giving there. Achha, I'm moving to Soma madam. Soma madam, you are in one of the biggest group of West Bengal education part. So what you are feeling in this counseling part in pandemic situation? Which are the difficulties is coming in front of you? Already very smooth going on. What is your experience? May I know?
Yes, actually, before saying anything, I would like to give thanks to Joint Entrance Board for making this process so smooth, because in this pandemic situations, students need not to come to the college or into the institute. And as you all know that with respect to the Joint Entrance Board, we have actually made 19 VRCs, and SNU, Sister Nivedita University and Techno India Group is one of them, where we have almost 30 workstations when 30 faculties came each and every day for this verifications process, and which is quite smooth, and no students came from home, and everything is so good. তো এটা আমার কাছে তো খুবই একটা পজিটিভ মনে হয়েছে উইথ রেসপেক্ট টু দ্য প্রসেস। হ্যাঁ, আগের বারে মানে আমরা এতদিন ধরে যখন এই প্রসেসটা করে এসেছিলাম, তখন সেক্ষেত্রে আমাদের একটা ফিজিক্যাল কন্ট্যাক্ট করবার একটা অভ্যেস হয়ে গেছিল, কিন্তু এখন এই প্রসেসের মধ্যে দিয়ে আমরাও আস্তে আস্তে ইউজ টু হয়ে যাচ্ছি, এবং যে প্রসেসটা হওয়া শুরু হয়েছে তাতে আমার মনে হয় না যে দ্যাট উড বি আ বিগ ইস্যু ফর অল অফ আস, কারণ এরপরে যখন চয়েস লকিং শুরু হবে, স্টুডেন্টসরা চয়েস লক করবে, আমাদের কাছে ভেরিফিকেশন মানে যা ডকুমেন্টস ওরা দেবে সেগুলো আমাদের কাছে চলে আসবে, এবং সেগুলো আমরাও ভেরিফাই করতে পারবো।
এখনো পর্যন্ত সেরকম প্রবলেম ফেস করছেন না, বরং এটা
এখনো অবধি আমরা সেরকম কিছু প্রবলেম ফেস করছি না, এবং ওদের জন্য আমরা বিভিন্ন হেল্প ডেস্ক রেখেছি, যে যদি কোনো রকম, এবং আমরা জানি যে বিভিন্ন ইনস্টিটিউটও রেখেছে, যদি কোনো রকম প্রবলেম হয় আমাদের নাম্বার তো শেয়ার করানোই আছে, তো সেটা ওরা তার জন্য কন্ট্যাক্ট করতে পারবে।
I'm moving to Sandeep. Sandeep is also coming from very good institute, very good university. Sandeep, do you feel any special thing in this year in pandemic situation?
Okay. First of all, good evening to all the esteemed panels in this forum, and thanks to ABP Education for giving me a scope to speak to all the people on board today hearing, and there are aspirants who are going to join and become engineers for tomorrow. First of all, let me not get into the counseling process, because I'm sure if a statutory body is taking up this
majority of them know that part,
and they know it, and
I think your feelings.
Yeah, I'll just go one by one. Yeah. Give me a little time. Yeah. Okay. So first of all, I would not like to get into the process, because I am sure a statutory body taking situations into consideration, the process has been built as such so that it becomes convenient for students to approach and register for pursuing engineering for future. But I want to just highlight something out here, because engineering today is on a different paradigm. We need to understand that any kind of disruption that happens to the world, and pandemic of COVID-19 cannot be, it cannot be bigger than that. I think it has disrupted the entire universe, whether it is life of individual or life of the industry. And this is going to actually what Dr. Amitav sir was talking about. The industry is going to flourish in this direction. So we need to be very, very clear that tomorrow's engineers will be more in demand, and 4 years down the line, this scenario is going to change. May not be COVID being there, but it can be some other virus attacking. So we have to be very, very clear, because this disruption has helped us to become innovative in life. That's the first thing that has happened. Another thing which I want to highlight for the students who are sitting out here, please understand, industry is going to flourish now, because there are new paradigms which is going to come. So if I talk about, there is something called HEATS, which I talk about, HEATS. Now mind this for the students I'm talking. HEATS, when we talk, there is called healthcare. The first one, the vertical, is healthcare. Second is education. Third is agriculture. Fourth is technology. And the S is for sustenance. Now, when you have this, the entire sphere is related to the infrastructure that we build for tomorrow to make the industry strong. Engineers are people who will transform India from a service-oriented country to a manufacturing unit. So engineers are required. Now, I want to highlight something. See, whenever we talk about engineering, আমরা যখনই ইঞ্জিনিয়ারদের কথা বলি,
okay, I have an important question. Then again, I am coming back to you. I'm moving to Dibyenduda. That there is a question that this time the process is very long, too long. So it will be, the classes are going to be started, assuming it that November mid. So will it not be demoralize the students because the session will be extended and that will be going after November? So I think there may be some problem. So the students demoralization, from the point of the student demoralization factor, what is your opinion?
No, I think the process is long because it is the pandemic situations. So if any hurry, it will cause a demurrage, not only for the society also. So thinking every aspects, the Joint Entrance Board had decided to go slow but steady, right? So without hampering anything, but today all the, the bodies, the regulatory bodies, universities, they didn't decide when the class will start.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
So it is expected that it is after October, September, you just say. So within September, the class will start, it is assumed, but not still we can confirmly say. So the time is huge. So there is no problem to the students to attend the classes. So after getting admission, I think they will keep quiet and move after getting communications from the competent authorities or universities where the students will go there for class. Okay.
So that means there will be no problem. Means
No
student
problem,
can
yeah.
be accustomed.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
ultimate goal is to take maximum students this year in engineering education to cope it up. So that is a major
Yes,
target. So in this
yes.
line you are moving. The Joint Entrance Board is moving. My point is, my humble question is that in first round you have done so many propaganda or promotions. So if the number is less, then how it will be managed?
No. There is no scope to number of less because we have received overwhelming responses from the students' part. So we think in the second round and third round, and also in JEE main rounds, the student will respond spontaneously, and it will be a big chunk of students they are waiting. And since the JEE mains result is pending, so I think a huge number of students are from JEE also participate in the counseling for admission in various institutions in West Bengal.
Okay, so Amran Babu, my question
Yes.
is to you that suppose the students are in the second round and he is opting the upgradation part. In second round, he is opting the upgradation part. So from first round, if he opt the first round, this upgradation part, he is moving to second round. Now, after second round, is there any scope for him in the third round also?
Yes. So in each allotment cycle, okay, in each allotment cycle, he can go with upgradation, yes, accept with upgradation, yes. So once he does that, যখন সে এটা করবে তখন সে আপগ্রেডেশন ইয়েস করলে প্রত্যেক সাইকেলেই সে সুযোগ পাবে, কিন্তু এটাই মনে রাখতে হবে আপগ্রেডেশন ইয়েস করলে কিন্তু হি অর শি ক্যানট চেঞ্জ হিজ অর হার চয়েসেস, এটাই শুধু কনস্ট্রেন্ট। কিন্তু প্রত্যেক আপগ্রেডেশন ইয়েস করে গেলে if he or she continues with upgradation yes, he or she will get this chance in all the consecutive cycles.
Can you give me an example? Suppose I'm getting electronics and I want to shift to computer science. Suppose.
So electronics, so both electronics and computer science will be in my choice list.
Okay,
when I given in the first cycle. Suppose in the first cycle, suppose that means as I am from computer science background, I will tell that suppose computer science is higher in the choice than electronics.
It is most demanded now. Okay,
yeah,
I agree.
Say we don't. I'm not going into that means into any of the streams. It's okay, just an example. Okay. So now suppose I got electronics. So I gave that accept with upgradation. Okay, মানে আমি accept upgradation করলাম, তাহলে আমি এই যে কলেজে পেলাম সেই কলেজের জন্য as per যেটা দিব্যেন্দু বাবু বললেন, okay, as our register told that as per whether it is a government college or it is a self finance institute, accordingly I have to pay the fees to the Joint Entrance Board. সেই ফিস দিয়ে আমি ইলেকট্রনিক্স এর জন্য এখন আমি বুক করলাম, কিন্তু as I have given the upgradation with yes, right, in the intercycle allotment, যদি কোনো কম্পিউটার সায়েন্সের যে চয়েস আমি দিয়েছিলাম সেখানকার কোনো ছাত্র জয়েন না করে, ওকে, আই উইল গেট দ্য অপরচুনিটি। যদি সেকেন্ড সাইকেলও এই অপরচুনিটি আবার পাবো। যদি কোনো কম্পিউটার সায়েন্সের কোনো যেখানে আমার চয়েস ছিল সেখানে কেউ জয়েন করেনি, ওকে, আই উইল বি এগেইন গিভেন দ্য অপরচুনিটি টু জয়েন। কিন্তু প্রোভাইডেড আই ওয়ান্ট টু গো অ্যালং উইথ আপগ্রেডেশন, ইয়েস, রাইট, আই হ্যাভ টু গো অ্যালং। মানে এখানে একটা ব্যাপার বোঝার আছে। ওয়ান থিং উই হ্যাভ টু আন্ডারস্ট্যান্ড ইজ দ্যাট suppose I switch from government to, suppose I first I get it from government, which is 5,000 booking fees, then I go to private, which is 40,000 booking fees, then I can again come back to government, okay, so then I can again go back to private, so it depends on how we move. এবং after I take a final admission, joint entrance board will give me the information that what balance either joint entrance board has to pay the candidate, or the candidate has to pay to the joint entrance board for the final booking.
Right.
So this has been taken care in the particular process of joint entrance board this year very meticulously.
So Dibyendu, here I have a question to you, that suppose I am depositing my money in the 40,000 rupees, and then after that I am not reporting to the college. So the third round is over and the college is not getting the fund after 40,000. So the seat will be treated as vacant. So what will be the measurement for these vacant seats?
No. If any candidate, there is two possibilities. Except if candidate deposit. যদি candidate যদি 40,000 বা 5,000 টাকা ডিপোজিট করে and finally not reported to the institution, এটা আপনি বলতে চাইছেন তো? তাহলে কি হবে? তাহলে যেহেতু রিপোর্ট করছে না, হ্যাঁ, is not reporting institution, it will be declared that the student is not ready to admit for this particular.
Yeah, so the seat has become vacant.
It will remain vacant. So যেহেতু vacancy টা হলো, then our systems will look that the though the allotment is there, but since the candidate not admitted, the seat is vacant. Naturally, in our seat matrix, the seat will be added for the next round, right? আর আপনি যেটা বলেন টাকাটা কি হবে, ওই যে ছেলেটি 40,000 বা 5,000 টাকা দিয়েছিল, কিন্তু এই টাকাটা যেহেতু সে ভর্তি হয়নি, আমাদের একটা we have a notification that after completion of everything, the candidate will just apply with a format which is available in our website, claiming that since I'm not ready to admit it for that, that's why please pay back my fees which I have deposited. So according to our rules and immediate rules, we just আমরা ওই টাকাটাকে ফেরত দিই, কিছু টাকা হয়তো ওখান থেকে ডিডাক্ট করা হয়। তো তার যেহেতু the student's account number is available with us, candidate when he registered, he also put his account number which is updated. So we just transfer this money.
So it will be happened after the third round, after the E-Counselling is over, after the E-Counselling.
Third round এ পড়ো তো রাউন্ড হতে পারে।
Yeah, I'm sure that I'm saying after E-Counselling is over.
Okay.
That will be better to say after E-Counselling. So Sandeep, I'm again coming to you, that what you are talking, please continue.
Actually, I lost track of what I was saying.
Anyway, actually, a number of questions are coming.
No, I can understand that. I can understand that. I appreciate the way you are maneuvering. That's fine. I wanted to go back on the requirement of engineers today. I think what needs to be very, very observed and absorbed by the community, that tomorrow the requirement of engineer will be the highest as we move from a service sector country to a manufacturing. Because till the time we clearly change our focus from servicing people to manufacturing or looking into creating self-entrepreneurship, I don't think this country can progress. And for that, when infrastructure is required, and as I said, the industry's movement towards healthcare, education, agriculture, technology, and sustenance, there will be a requirement of huge infrastructure, and I'm sure the government will look at a lot of investment. So the opportunities of job in this market will be phenomenal. So first of all, we need to understand, because even though they are very much tense about what will happen to counseling, where do I lock, I should get into computer science engineering only. I think we need to understand that when we finished our class 10, all of us got into science stream to become elite in the society. Why did we? We could have gone to other careers also, whether it is humanities or commerce. But we stick to science because we wanted to become the future leaders of the country by becoming engineers by ourselves. We have to be very, very clear on this. Similarly, when you look at movement from your clearing your joint entrance, first of all, congratulations to all of you for clearing the joint entrance and getting a rank card to yourself. And of course, now following the process to get into counseling and getting into the choice of your college or choice of your institution and getting into the best in stream. But we have to be very, very careful that where we are moving, technology is everywhere. We have to move to where we have the strength, where diversification is possible later. So if I look at, all of us look at computer science, because I was seeing a lot of questions which is coming, computer science engineering, when we were asking Omlan sir also that if a person filled up a electronic communication engineering and then given upgradations or to computer science engineering. But I think we need to be very, very focused. As it is for COVID-19, we have missed half of our academic year in the first semester.
True.
I don't think it is time to waste further time. So whichever stream we get into, and that too, if it is core engineering, I think the prospects in the near future will be higher. Because please understand, most of the institutions that we operate with, you have a chance to change yourself after a year's education if you perform well. So there is an opportunity to change your stream after a year.
So I understand what you are saying, that you are saying basically we should give equal importance for the core engineering.
Because আমার কথাটা হচ্ছে আজকে যদি চয়েস ফিলিং আপ চলছে, কালকে থেকে লকিং হচ্ছে, আগামী কাল অবধি লকিং চলবে, আমরা যেটাতে লক করে অ্যালটমেন্ট পাবো, আমার মনে হয় সেই ইঞ্জিনিয়ারিং স্ট্রিমে যাওয়া দরকার, সেইটাতে নিয়ে সময় নষ্ট। দেখো অনেক ইনস্টিটিউশন আজকের দিনে পশ্চিমবঙ্গে অনেক জায়গায় আমাদের কিন্তু, যেমন আমাদের অ্যাডামাস ইউনিভার্সিটি,
আমি বুঝতে পেরেছি তুমি যেটা বলতে চাইছো যে এখনই কোনো আলোচনা যেন
let me finish because it should be clear for other people.
Okay.
যেমন আমাদের ইনস্টিটিউশন অ্যাডামাস ইউনিভার্সিটি, we have started orientation, so people who have taken direct admission through Adams University test, they have started their education. Education means orientation, because please understand, যেটা বোঝা যাচ্ছে pandemic situation, first semester will go like this, where it will be primarily online education, and the education anyway for future is going to be blended. আমার মনে হয় আমার ছাত্রছাত্রীদের কাছে একমাত্র আবেদন, তোমরা কাউন্সিলিং এ ঢুকেছো, you have got into counseling, you are doing your choice locking, as soon as you get allotment, don't waste your time, get into it. And people who have not yet got entered counseling, I think this West Bengal Joint Entrance Board is doing a phenomenal job today, giving an opportunity for people who are still now thinking whether they will become engineers or not.
Okay, Sandeep, I'm moving to Sonia, because you have already said your points, and it is right that don't waste your time. This is a major point, that whatever you are getting by the choice, so please accept it and fix up your mind. Don't hesitate to go for other part, being a conscious person. Okay, so Soma, are you in the same opinion that the process is long, the people may be confused?
Yes, the process is quite long. That's why I'm completely agree with Mr. Banerjee that students should not waste his time. Wherever he has made up his mind, if he gets that institute, then go and take the admission. We are available everywhere. Online facilities, our numbers are shared with Joint Entrance Board, our website, everything is there. You just choose your mind, fix your mind, go and take the admission. Just don't waste your time. And the first semester will go like this. We also at our Techno India group and Sister Nivedita University, we have also started our classes, because we have also done a lot of direct admissions. So the first semester will go like this. এইভাবেই যাবে, সুতরাং টাইম ওয়েস্ট করে আলটিমেটলি কোনো লাভ হবে না। এই প্রসেসটা কিন্তু চলবে সেপ্টেম্বর অক্টোবর করে। সুতরাং যেখানে তোমরা ডিসিশন নিয়েছো, গো and take the admission. এটাই আমার বলা।
Amitav sir, are you in the same opinion that don't waste your time, take the decision and go and take the enrollment in a particular college where you are getting chance? So it would be, or take chance 1, 2, 3, or after that you conclude yourself. What is your opinion in that?
Unfortunately, I do not sail in the same boat.
Okay.
I would beg to differ.
Okay.
I think, you see, a person should study and a person should do what he or she enjoys doing the most. There's no point studying, something which I don't like. If I want to be a mechanical engineer, I would rather study mechanical engineering than accepting, a course in pharmacy, which I might not like because I don't like biology. That's of course my personal view, but might be somebody else likes it, and then that should be left for that somebody else. It's a, you see, engineering is not a job, it's a career. So when I'm talking about a career, I should not, keep it constrained and clipped to start with. So I would rather give myself a couple of months. It's not a very long process. If you look at the JEE mains, your colleagues at the IITs, the NITs, etc., are also going to start even later. So, I mean, I would rather give myself a couple of months and choose what I want, at least wait for that. And particularly, the beauty of the counseling process this year has been that it is very optimized. It looks at the interests of the students and at the same time, the student body by and large, so that the number of seats go to the maximum number of people. So it is very optimized, and a part of this optimization is also the interest that the student gets adequate time to make a choice and make a decision. So unfortunately, I would not advise the students to ride the first bus that comes.
Okay. So now I am asking again, Dibyenduda, that if any student do not do the choice filling, will there be any mistake? If the first round they didn't do any choice filling, will there be any mistake from their part? Do you think so?
Choice filling is mandatory. Without having any choice filling, how could joint entrance board allot a candidate, right?
Yeah.
So it is mandatory. So if
suppose he is not doing in the first round, he is going to.
Yeah. If any candidate forget to filling choices, he has ample chances to participate in the second round, by second cycle, third cycle, etc. So I think it will not be the problem. So choice filling is a very important thing. So keep in mind the candidates, because it is the turning point of his career. Because what actually he want to be, I mean, engineer in which stream, his interest, his area of interest, everything keeping in mind, the candidates should fill their choices, okay, according to their preference.
So suppose the college is getting the information that the student being allotted to these colleges, and the student has paid the things and they are not reporting. So the college will, you said that the college will communicate to them again and again to get him back in the right track. But suppose anyway he is not contacting, is there any process to SMS or email from their end? Is it possibility there from the college end? Suppose this has been happened for 5 students only, out of 100 students.
No, we have just provide the phone number, mobile contact number of the students when he or she allotted in an institution. The institution with the phone number, the contact number is available with the institution.
Okay.
But you should, I mean, the administrative authority or admission authority of this college, keep in mind that they have no power to irritate any candidate, right? If he cordially just communicate with the students what actually the problem he is facing, why he is not, or he or she is not interested to take admissions in spite of getting allotment. So it is the mutual agreement between the college and students. If they mobilize, stating everything, say what problem, if they, ameliorate their problem, and if the candidate is agree, so we have no problem. But there is another part of the coin, that is forcefully it cannot be done anything. So students, they have the liberty, and they have the actually intentions in which college will take admissions or not. Is they are exclusive their matter. So college can do it, only a counseling can do. Okay.
So Sandeep, as being the private education, you said that we should take the maximum opportunity. The students should take the maximum opportunity without being confused and to get enrolled them in the first chance. Now, what you are doing means as a private institution, what we should do for the gearing up this part.
No, I think Vidut, what is happening is I actually I'm completely seconding what Dr. Amitabh Gupta was talking about. See, learning is nothing but a combination of pursuing one's profession with a passion, but here it comes the patience. So all of us need to be patient. What Amitabh was rightly pointing out, that give the student the time. Yes, but then what is the time that we are talking of? 1 or 2 months is not a problem, Amitabh. I think the time is, by the time their decision is coming, it's puja that is going to knock at our doors. That's one more thing that I want to bring into the picture. But I think what we should look at is how do we speed up this process? As I earlier mentioned that, the students are obviously, they should take their time to decide. And I'm sure this disruption and pandemic that has happened, it has given us enormous time to think what we are going to do. 2.5 months, and I was doing reading a statistics which was there in the Google Analytics for your information. What I have seen, this segment that we are talking today has done their research on what their career path will be in the month of April, May, and June. And I'm sure all of the people in this panel, the eminent speakers there, have gone through that. So it shows that it is not that the admissions the admissions did not happen on time because of results not getting declared and all those. But the research work went, and they had spent more time to understand what they are good at, whether it is profession and how they map there. And Amitabh, you will agree, with the new education policy in place, that the system of having choice-based credit system is also giving the scope to pursue passion for every individual. I think
I would, and at the same time, I'd also like to add, this has also been the focus of the state government.
Yeah.
If you see that there has been an overwhelming focus on the MSME sector, and West Bengal is home to 14% of the MSMEs.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So basically,
that's the biggest opportunity.
Yeah.
So 4 years down the line, the flourishing of this segment is going to be very happy. And what I recommend to my students or the people who are sitting here, and I'm sure you're going to agree on this, Amitabh, that I think we need to have a mindset where we don't become only employees, but become employers of tomorrow. So that's
Madam, what is your opinion? Because there is a difference. I can see. So if not everybody is not saying openly, but I understand that take time or do fast. So what is your opinion here? Fast, quick.
No, that is absolutely okay. I also buy I also buy Amitabh sir and Mr. Banerjee যে স্টুডেন্টসদেরও একটা সার্টেন টাইম নেওয়া উচিত, কিন্তু অবশ্যই তারা এতদিন ধরে বাড়িতে বসে বসে দে হ্যাভ অলরেডি মেড আপ দেয়ার মাইন্ড, মোটামুটি ঠিকঠাক করে নিয়েছে কোথায় করবে, কি করবে, কতটা করবে। সুতরাং এই
you agree that the students are not moving this year to out of West Bengal? You agree? Means they have fixed up their mind.
আমার তো পার্সোনালি কিছুটা মনে হয়, উল্টোটাও মনে হয় যে অধিক বেশি বাইরের স্টুডেন্টসরাও খুব একটা বেশি আমাদের কাছে আসবে। এটা আমি আমার পার্সোনাল ওপিনিয়ন বললাম, অবশ্যই একদম এক্সক্লুসিভ আমার ওপিনিয়ন।
But for Bengal students, maximum students are staying here.
আমার সেটা মনে হয়, এটা আমার ব্যক্তিগত মতামত।
And what is the opinion of Amlan sir regarding this? Means can we expect that maximum students will be joining here only this year?
হ্যাঁ, মানে সেইভাবেই, মানে the way the joint entrance board has laid this particular counseling procedure, যেভাবে তৈরি করা হয়েছে, তাতে বেসিক্যালি স্টুডেন্টদের অনেক সুযোগ দেওয়া হয়েছে যাতে তারা তাদের পছন্দ মতো স্ট্রিম পায়। ওকে, এবং সময়টা যেটা আপনার প্রশ্ন করছিল, সময়টা কেন বাড়ানো হয়েছে, সেটাও কিন্তু স্টুডেন্টদের কথা ভেবেই বাড়ানো হয়েছে, যাতে স্টুডেন্টরা এই প্যান্ডামিক সিচুয়েশনে তাদের যে ডকুমেন্টগুলোকে সংগ্রহ করতে হবে, যে ডকুমেন্টগুলোকে জমা দিতে হবে, the document they have to submit and they have to upload. Okay, many of the students doesn't have the internet facility, they have to go to somewhere and do the thing. সেই জন্য কিন্তু আমাদের সময়টা দেখবেন, আমাদের কাউন্সিলিং এর সময়টা ফার্স্ট কাউন্সিলিং এ যতটা টাইম আছে, সেকেন্ড কাউন্সিলিং আরেকটু কমে গেছে, থার্ড কাউন্সিলিং আরেকটু কমে গেছে, এবং আলটিমেটলি উই হ্যাভ টু হ্যাভ আ কনভার্জেন্স উইথ দ্য জেই মেন। কারণ জেই মেন থেকে অনেক ছাত্রছাত্রী আসবে যারা এখানে জয়েন করবে, 10% আসবে। সুতরাং সেই সব মাথায় রেখে এই টাইমটাকে স্প্রেড আউট করে দেওয়া হয়েছে। ছাত্রদের কাছে আমাদের একটাই বক্তব্য, দ্য ডিরেক্টিভ টু দ্য স্টুডেন্টস, দ্যাট অ্যাকচুয়ালি টেক দ্য বেস্ট অপরচুনিটি হোয়াট জয়েন্ট এন্ট্রান্স বোর্ড হ্যাজ গিভেন টু ইউ।
So Dibbendu, a request has come to me also that 77% of our educational institutes are being possessed by private sectors. So they are worried about their admission and the part. So they have requested to you, means you mean not you, the Joint Entrance Board, they actually to go for maximum admission to help the private sectors or private education industry to come out with this, because with this, particularly in this year, because you are doing a lot, you are working hard, everybody knows. So only the strategy is required to fulfill all seats. Can we expect this thing from the Joint Entrance Board?
The question is very confusing to me, because I don't know whether all seats will be filled or not. Okay. The time will say, actually.
Yeah.
So, but the Joint Entrance Board have arranged everything so that যাতে কোনো স্টুডেন্টদের কোনো অসুবিধা না হয়। ওকে, তো সেদিকটা মাথায় রেখে আমাদের প্রফেসর অম্লান চক্রবর্তী বলেছে যে স্টুডেন্টদের সুবিধার্থে আমরা সমস্ত রকম কথা মাথায় রেখে সেই মতো অ্যারেঞ্জমেন্ট করেছি, আমাদের প্রসেসটাকেও রেডিক্যাল চেঞ্জ করেছি, রাইট? তো সেদিক থেকে স্টুডেন্টদের যদি কোনো অসুবিধা না হয়, এবং আমাদের পশ্চিমবঙ্গের এখন যা মানে যে সমস্ত কলেজগুলি রয়েছে তাদের যা ইনফ্রাস্ট্রাকচার, এবং সেগুলি আমরা যেভাবে প্রজেক্ট করার চেষ্টা করেছি আমাদের ওয়েবসাইটের মধ্যে দিয়ে, সেক্ষেত্রে ছেলেরা বুঝতে পারবে হ্যাঁ সত্যি এখানে পড়াশোনা কিরকম হচ্ছে, এবং স্ট্যাটিস্টিক্সও দেওয়া আছে। ছেলেদের একটা বিশেষ অনেক সময় দেখা যায় যে মোস্ট অফ দ্য স্টুডেন্টস এনকোয়ার অ্যাবাউট দ্য ম্যাটার, হোয়াট ইজ দ্য রেট অফ I mean engagement or I think job employability after getting okay. So সেই দিকটাও আমরা ওখানে আমাদের স্ট্যাটিস্টিক্স গুলো তুলে ধরেছি প্রত্যেকটা কলেজে, এখান থেকেও ছেলেরা উদ্বুদ্ধ হবে এবং আশা করছি।
And you have already created a map, and the map is showing all colleges, all information. That's a good addition this year. Thank you for this. Thank you for this. That this you have done a very good job. That every student can see all information of all colleges.
Exactly.
So that is good. So can you give the student a message, particular message, last time message for locking part?
Locking is inevitable. Professor Omlan Chakraborty has already told. Without locking, the candidate will be skipped. I mean, his allotment is not possible according to our system, right? So the locking is started from 25th of August and it is lasted 28th. So the candidates who still not locked, please, they are requested, please locked. Otherwise, their allotment will not be, but he will not be allotted. So he will have to wait for second cycle or third cycle. So it is our request from the Joint Entrance Board. So please don't waste your time. Try to lock, because it is automated. Everything is controlled by the computer system. So there is so many problems that arises. I mean, connectivity or any other else. So as quick as possible, you just go and lock your choice, please.
Okay.
This is your message.
Okay. So what is your message, Dr. Gupta?
Message to the students is that, well, as I would also go with Mr. Shobdeep Banerjee, that, you must take an optimized decision. Life is an optimization problem. You have to, and that's dynamic. You have to take a decision that is best for you at that point of time, of course, keeping in view your career goals. And as I said that this year there is no auto locking. You have to lock your choice. And so the idea is that you should actually draw up the choice table in such a manner that most of your, your career goals and what you can get, and it should be realistic, and at the same time, it should also satisfy you. And there is an ample scope. You just mentioned one particular feature of the counseling of our website a few minutes back. I'm glad that you brought it up. Now, this year we have a map-based, facility to browse the colleges near you. So you click on that. Suppose you are from a remote village, remote part of West Bengal, so not really near the big cities, and you want to find out what are the facilities near you, about the colleges near you. You can do that. And so this also is a very important factor. The idea is therefore that we want to spread out the good students throughout the entire West Bengal, and again with the idea of building, regenerating better institutes. The idea is that a good institute doesn't only become a good institute because of good infrastructure. It requires good students, right?
There is one important question, that why Jadavpur University is not showing BARC in first round.
Oh, that's very simple. We have very clearly stated that for our BARC, we require the NATA scores. So the NATA exam is not going to be held I think it's going to take some time for the NATA. I don't really remember the dates, but we are starting our counseling process. So please don't be worried. We have your seats. The seats are there if you want to study engineering. They're not being given to anybody else. They are there. So we have very clearly stated in our counseling notification that there will be rounds for the JEE main students and the NATA students in due course.
Okay, thank you very much. And I need to say one point that I have seen number of spectators are saying that Bengali, English, Hindi. So my point is that if you want to study engineering, it's a global subject, and you have to understand English at least to some extent, because when you will be a full-fledged engineer, everybody will ask you in English, because you have to sell yourself globally. So I think
Mr. Majumdar, can I just add one point in this connection? You see, English, is accepted worldwide, not because of the respectable old lady in Buckingham Palace loves it terribly, but because Uncle Sam speaks no other language. So, if it is business, if it is money, it's worldwide English. Everybody speaks English. And in India, of course, you have to be trilingual at least, because as a Bengali, you might be working maybe say in Gujarat or maybe Bihar or Jharkhand. And I think there is no anti-Hindi feeling. And most of us know Hindi. So if you're a successful engineer in India, you have to be trilingual and sometimes even quadrilingual, because I started my career in Maharashtra, and at one point of time I was fluent in Marathi. So I believe
as per location, you have to adapt to the culture and language over there.
Exactly.
So
that's the fun of being an Indian.
Thank you everybody. Thanks to everybody to joining us, and I have seen that a lot of appreciation have come that for organizing this sort of seminar or panel discussion. I congratulate all of you by heart, and I think in future, if anyone wants to send some questions or queries, the Joint Entrance Board portal is always open. The phone numbers are there. You can contact any time to them according to their instruction. So certainly do that thing, and if there are any question, if there are any confusion, if there are any queries, hit them again and again, means ask them again and again, not physically hit, it's a hit by querying. So do it time and again. They are always enthusiastic to give you the answer, and they will cooperate you at their full length. So thank you very much. And I am concluding in this part. Thank you. Okay, we're giving the thanks to you.
Thank you all. Thank the panelists and the participants also.
Thank you, and have a nice evening. Thank you.
Same for me.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.